Vikings versus Saints. On Minneapolis, Minnesota. January 5th, 2020, as the Vikings versus Saints again in another playoff matchup. In overtime, they ended up winning 26-20. After this loss, the Saints will look for revenge, trying to knock out the Vikings out of the playoffs, because if they lose this week, they'll officially be eliminated from the playoffs. Looking at the Saints wins, they beat the Bucks twice. They also only lost by the Chiefs by 3. Though they lost to the Eagles and the Las Vegas Raiders, which is 2 big losses that don't make that much sense. Looking at the Vikings side, they beat the Packers, though they lost to the Bears, they lost to the Cowboys, they lost to the Falcons, which 3 games I think easy matchup they should have won. Looking at each team's depth chart and injuries, the Saints have Michael Thomas and Deontay Harris injured. On the defensive side, they have Marquise Williams questionable and Trey Hendrickson questionable. On the Vikings side, Kyle Rudolph will be questionable. Troy Dye and Eric Hendricks is questionable, especially Eric Hendricks is a big role in the Vikings defense. Another big loss, Anthony Barr with the Vikings, he's injured, and Danielle Hunter. Michael Pierce also sat out this whole season, so they have a couple big losses. They also have Mike Hughes out because of an injury, so they have a couple huge losses on the defensive side. Looking at each team total offensive stats, the Vikings are 5th in the league in yards per game, while the Saints are in that halfway section. So the Vikings offense averages way more yards per game than the Saints. 387.1 the Vikings offense average per game. The Saints average 363.8. So the Vikings average 24 more yards per game this season. On defense, that changed, while the Saints defense is the 3rd best in the league in the yards allowed per game, while the Vikings are below half. So the Saints have dominated on defense this year, but it's also because the Vikings have had injury losses on the defensive side. Looking at turnovers, the Saints are +6 in turnovers, meaning they have more takeaways than they've given away, while the Vikings are -5, so they have given the ball away more than they take away turnovers. Couple thoughts from this game. Last week, Vikings and Saints both lose. Vikings don't make playoffs if they lose this game. Saints fighting for division title. Could be a playoff matchup this year too. Will definitely be a close game. A key player for the Saints offense is Alvin Kamara, as he is really explosive and can get extra yards. As you see this play, how they dump it off to Kamara and gets a couple yards for the first down. Fighting for extra yards in the first down. The Vikings need to stop him. Another play, screen to Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara pushes through. As you can see, he just goes straight. He follows his blockers from the screen and gets about 20 yards in that play. Another play, a jet sweep toss. Alvin Kamara follows his blockers, gets the touchdown here. As you can see this play, he follows his lead blocker right here, which is key. And once he gets past his lead blocker, he pushes through and gets a touchdown. Following blockers on screen is key for Kamara. You see in slow motion, follows his blocker. Once he gets passes, he fights through and scores a touchdown. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and preview of the Vikings vs Saints. Make sure you like this video and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on the next one.